I'm a teacher. I teach in high school. High school. Well, let me tell you something funny. Something funny. Well, I know that my students, well, most of my students have crush on me. Most of my students have crush on me. One girl cried one day, and I was like, "You crying? Why is she crying?" She really cried. Then I'll get to that part. Listen. Then a student came to me. "Excuse me, someone is crying for you." I said, "Crying for me?" Whoa. "Why is she crying for me?" I said, "She's crying because she knows that she can never have you." I said, "Oh my God, she can never have you." I said, "Oh my God." It was... Okay. Basic technology. Yeah, I read electrical electronics. Yeah. Basic technology. Yeah. So, JS3. I took SS1 one time. I thought then technical drawing. So, I'm not done. Let me finish. So, I told her, okay, just, can you handle it? Because she was the class rep. Can you handle it? She said, yes, but I don't know what to say. Then she said, then I told her, just go and tell her when she grows up, she'll find someone better. So I just took care of that.
Not all men are score.
Thank you. So I love video games. That's number one. I love video games. I love challenges. I love to have fun. Like I'm sure everyone here is fun because when I just came in, man, the energy of everybody here is amazing. So, but I always like to be true, man. I always like to be true because we're here for the big cake. We're all here for the big cake. So, and I'm a team player. That's number one. I'm a team player. If I don't know how to do something, I'll tell you, guy, what's up? Like, okay, how do we do this as quick as possible? Let's get to the goal, because one thing I know is coming here is a success. I'm a struggling model, that's number one. All the models, I'm sure they've experienced, they know what it's like, Iman. Exactly. So you know the struggle thing. I'm from J-Town. You know how, I don't know, anyone that's been to Jos.
They're quite cool.
So there's a lot less opportunity in Jos. So it was...
What do you do, Jos? I love clubbing. So back in Abuja, we used to hit the streets almost every single time. So because of that, we got to know a lot of people. So PR for clubs, and I did a song with Butter, but I don't know if it's gonna come out within the same hyping. So once I'm in the club and every time you take the mic, I could literally like hype.
Sorry, in other words now, like, you know, the basics now, the basics for him now, he's a teacher.
Yeah.
The basics is a teacher.
Yeah.
Basics for me, I'm more than a teacher.
Yeah.
You know, businessman, entertainer.
Yeah.
What's the basis for you?
Fitness and entertainment.
Fitness and entertainment, nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I like to hype. So once you just get the mic, I literally just hype on everything.
This guy, one for the channel, one for the YouTube, one for the move.
That's it. So honestly, and also I really very grateful because my life has been a very interesting life, especially when it comes to taking a lot of risk. So I'm very grateful for God because I'm a strong believer that God has brought me here and also has kept me alive to this extent. Because especially this year is one of my roughest year ever. So I'm very grateful for God for making me alive.
Say Tim.
Tim.
Like this.
So yeah, that's it. So I'm single and well, ready to mingle. Well, I guess if the ladies are really right and they look very nice. Forget, they're all right. They're right. If their head is correct, exactly, because these days the streets are very wicked. You see a lot of. No, it's vice versa. Yes. Yeah, that's very much. Alright, clap for him.
Remove any woman you can walk in.
Just.
Walk in means I bring his eye out.
You can do that.
He's 34.
My son is 3 years old.
What's his name? 3 years old.
Yeah, his name. I'm from Oyo State, Ibadan, and I'm based in Cape Town, South Africa. I manage an online gaming platform. It's a peer-to-peer gaming online gaming platform.
Online gaming. Okay, online gaming.
And me.
Maybe online gaming platform.
So, I also.
What kind of games?
Fantasy gaming.
Okay, cool.
I also have events planning company in South Africa, Cape Town. Me and my partner we run that. It's called Label Balloons. I am a TikToker and I've done some raps. That was my first love. I had to leave that because of school. So I'm a computer engineer and what else?
This cute guy.
Yeah, I'm free-spirited. I love to mingle. I love to meet new people. I love to chat a lot. I have more jokes. Sometimes they might be humorous. Sometimes they come out bad.
What's with the tie?
Yeah. That's me.
Get to the point.
Mr. Sam.
Okay.
This guy looks like Ike from Furious.
Okay. Hello guys. Okay, my name is Samuel Jacob Alifa.
It looks like him.
I'm Sammy.
Hi, Sammy.
What's up?
Sammy, my ex-girlfriend.
When I came in, the first thing that came to my head was, oh more, say people. Like, I froze. Totally, truly, I froze. Because back at home, I just sit down watch the show and I'm like, sis, that big brother, waiting go soap. Next year I will apply. Jokingly. I miss that right now. First time. He choked. I miss that right now. I listen.
Very refined. What the name of the brother? The
So na God. I just tell God since that's the bill, which you just carry matter for head.
How many people got in here on their first try? Sorry.
First try.
How many?
First try.
Let's try, guys.
You so how many sides?
That's nice.
First.
But mine is too serious, I beg.
Customer.
Wow. So I'm so grateful to God to be here. To be with awesome guys. You know. I'm a student of Ahmadu University. I'm in final year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, final year? You dropped?
My brother, project. New project did there first. We'll come back to that. What course? Guidance and counseling project. The guy studying who I want counsel? So basically, I'm a student, I'm also a screenwriter and a filmmaker.
Wow.
So
I see conversation. That Mene,
Yes.
like it's from the Niger Delta.
That's not Bayelsa Delta. I thought we discussed. Yeah. So here we Abraham, Saiba Kumo. People know me as.
Sorry.
Why are they cutting you short?
Okay. Okay, so people know me as Earrings Abraham. So the house I'm called Earrings. I'm just going to start with the basics, saying I'm a polymath. A polymath is more of like a Renaissance person or a generalist who has is like very curious and a knowledge seeker, and also into different platforms. Different professional platforms and also creative platforms. That's the basics for me. I'll just share a little of my story until I got it. Yes, I'll share my story and then you get to know Ish. So I grew up in Nigeria, Bayelsa State, Delta State, and then after secondary school, I was opportune to leave the country, and I left. I went to Benin. That was the first place I went to, and from there, I just because of my independence, I got linked to travel to other countries, and then came back to Benin. I went to Paris, France, Debrecen, Hungary, and then just some other African countries, and so yes, knowledge. Basically just trying to.
The story is quite interesting.
Basically trying to just, but like I came back to Benin. I came back to Benin Republic because my dad wanted me to go to the university. So not like I wanted to study in Benin, but I just needed to have a conversation with my dad and talk about stuff like that. So I came back and then we started talking and then...
Sorry guys.
Yeah.
How did you go to France? How did you go to Hungary? I want to know. Was it sponsored by some academic body? Did you like to travel?
Was it work related?
Yeah, is it was France and Hungary?
No, it wasn't work related. It was just some people who really saw me as someone that is very curious, and then they took me with them, and then I just got to go to. Yeah, but when I in Paris, I was into fashion stuff. So in Benin it was more of art. So the first thing is I'm an artist, I draw. I'll share the story of the kind of artworks I've done and where my artworks have been displayed in my story. Then the second is fashion. I'll also share my stories of my brands and all. My brand. So after that, I came back, and then my dad wanted me to go to university. So I thought of what to study, because I'm a very curious person. I love knowledge. I want to know things. I want to understand things.
The interesting thing is, while you were exploring the world, you had not chosen what you wanted to study.
Yeah, no, I had an idea of what I wanted to study. So I came up with this idea that what can I study at home and what can't I study at home? That's what I asked myself. So the thing I couldn't study at home, I had to go to university to study, and that was medicine. So I'm a medical doctor.
Wow.
Yeah, I graduated in. I graduated.
I won't know where you will land. Because the guy don't hit all these
Yes, I graduated.
Look at that story.
I'm 27. Yes. I studied medicine in Ukraine. I can speak Ukrainian. I can speak Russian. Yeah, I can speak Russian. Yeah. A little of French, and then English, and then my native language is Ijaw. So that I can do. Okay, so when I was in Ukraine, because of
What's your IQ level?
what's that?
Your IQ level.
Yeah, it is. So when I was in Ukraine, I told myself that I saw an environment where you could explore.
But then I go by Perez when I'm for movies and stuff.
Alright.
I have to change this chair, but I want to sit down because I'm not worthy to sit there. I'm not worthy. Too much achievements here.
This is very. I couldn't remember.
Even me, I
I just said I'll be polymath. I'm not sure. I don't think I'll be polymath. I don't really. First time.
I realize that a lot of people in this generation, like you said,
I think maybe tomorrow or one of these days I'll tell you guys how this old polymath and how this generation like became that. It's not accidental. It's like a pattern. And our past generation and even before their parents' generation and like
See,
I'm
the
telling
next
you guys,
president of
it all
Nigeria.
makes sense. So like this is how we
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
thank you so much.
I need to learn from this guy. But so I was born in Warri in Delta State. I was raised by a single mother.
This guy looks like Gidoni.
I went through life. My father left when we were. I have this younger sister. My father left us when we were about. I think I was about 4. My younger sister was 3. He came, married my mom before I was born. Came from America, married my mom before I was born, and then yeah, he was in America. Came to Nigeria to marry my mom before I was born.
Sorry, is an American by origin?
No. He's been in America like from his early teens.
He was Nigerian.
Yeah, he was born in Nigeria, but then went over there. And then he left and then came back. Well, no, he didn't come back. He actually sent my mom a letter saying he wasn't interested in the marriage anymore, and then so my mom actually raised us up, myself and my younger
Just
sister.
like that.
Yeah.
Was he oil and gas?
Huh?
Was he oil and gas?
Oil and gas what?
Like, was he an engineer?
He's actually he's a journalist. He's a journalist. So he was working with a very famous actor in Nigeria. I can call his name.
Wait.
Yeah, he was working with Arin's late wife.
Okay.
Yeah. And when he left, he said he was no longer interested in the marriage anymore.
Is your mic down? No particular reason, just.
Man, I'll come to that. But you know what though? So I was raised by my single mom, by my mother, and we moved from Warri eventually to Lagos State. We were here up until I did my secondary school in Command, the secondary school in Ikeja. In Lodi. So I did my, no problem, brother. So I did my secondary school in Command, the secondary school in Ikeja. From there,
You've not had this guy interview. Those without you need to hear that part. That part I hear that. First I hear that one now. That part of that one. Which part is that? You hear it.
From Command. Even before Command, while I was in Warri, I attended Twin Fountain and then Dom Domingos. So I did all of that thing of primary school, secondary school, and then left again to Port. I moved around the world because my mom at the time, it was really difficult for her. So she couldn't raise myself and my sister at some point because she didn't have work. So she had to move us to my grandparents. And my grandparents are late now, but they were in Port Harcourt at the time, and I was attending Tantua International High School. That's why I eventually finished, and it came down to, I got up to I think SS1 or something.